Wow. It's amazing. Very tight squeeze. Look at that. Hello and welcome back for another episode of Dusty Road Adventures. So on today's trip we're basically going to be exploring a whole lot of the back laneways, artwork, murals and everything in between, I guess. So we'll see you soon. So here we are at the Formula 1 Grand Prix. It's still many months away, but here's the start-finish line right here. Alright, so let's begin this urban exploration ride. So we're going to be starting in Albert Park, now making our way through some laneways around the back of the city, or through the city I should say. So we've got about a 60-kilometre trip through the city, and we'll see how we go. So we're just going down the main straight, and you can see the city in the distance. How cool is that? So this route that we're going on, I've never been on it before. In fact, I've never been to probably about 80% of where this track is going, or this ride is going. So I actually downloaded this track off the Australian Adventure Riders Facebook page, and I made some tweaks to it because I'm like, I don't want to do someone else's ride, so I just borrowed their route and just made a whole lot of tweaks to it, and to suit my needs. We'll see how we go. So it's the weekend today, so this is fairly quiet at the moment, but during the week it is busy. Here we go, going down one of our first laneways. Yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to go through here. Well, let's find out, shall we? Wow, okay. Totally cool. So just going down another little laneway. So we're just left behind Prince Alfred Hospital. Got these cottage homes. Alright, we're going down Moss Street. Kind of reminds me of when I was in London. Wow, this map is taking me to some tiny back streets. Wow. Really not a lot to look at, but it's kind of cool. Certainly seeing a part of Melbourne I've never seen before. Crossing some train tracks. I'm just behind the Parade Market. About to go down Phoenix Street. Wow. This is pretty cool actually. This is really nice. Some little homes. Just following another little laneway. So we're about to come onto Chapel Street, and Chapel Street is known for its lively restaurants, bars, cafes, the hangout joint on a Friday and Saturday night. We're now going down Toorak Road. And this is where you've got to be a little bit careful. You've got tram tracks. Police coming through. South Yarra Station. So now on Powell Street. I just had to take some laneways behind the shops on Toorak Road. So behind the cafes and restaurants, and it's a little bit smelly. This is a beautiful area, I've got to say. Now, I'm not much of a city person, but yeah, this is kind of cool. I've just come across a big park, so just on the other side of that park is Toorak Road. St Kilda Road, I meant. Definitely St Kilda Road. And on my right is Punt Road, which is a very, very busy road during the week. And as you can see, an absolute gorgeous park. Another little laneway that we're cutting through. It's actually quite tricky to ride. The cobblestone, that saddle one, kind of grabs the front tyre and just pulls it in. But that's kind of cool, look at that. It's a whole new world back here, it really is. Like, I never knew any of this existed. I've been to the city hundreds and hundreds of times, but I never really thought about this, and it's just amazing. And you pop out a place like this. How cool is this? Wow. Now, if my map is right, I should be popping out near the river. And there we go, there's the river on the other side. How cool is that? And just following the river. So this is totally different to what I normally do. Normally I go bush, go check out some trails. But I thought, let's be a little bit different this time. Let's do some urban exploration. And I gotta say, I think I was a bit more nervous to do this trip than normally when I go into high country or something. I don't know what it is. I think it's because there's so many variables, traffic, people, you name it. The unknown. The concrete jungle. But so far so good. And I think I picked my time pretty good actually, because the grand final's on and the traffic is pretty minimal at the moment. So this is Yarra Boulevard, and it's kind of cool to have Mother Nature like that so close to the city. I know it's not like real thick bush, but it's still kind of cool. I'm actually quite surprised. Like, I'm just outside the town, well, just outside the city, and you got this. Like, this is an absolute hidden gem. This is amazing. Like, I kind of feel like I'm 50, 60 kilometers out of town, but I'm not. I'm like 5. Just to give you an idea how far away from the city, there it is right there. So I'm actually not that far. Coming into a suburb called Kew. These places have got a little bit more yardage, which is nice. But obviously a hefty price tag. So we've gotten back onto Yarra Boulevard. So you've got the river just on the left, And we were just passing all those buildings just before on the left. Still on Yarra Boulevard, but I'm just going over the Eastern Freeway. And you're going to get a beautiful view of the city. How's that? That's kind of cool. So we're in the northern suburbs. As you can see, the houses are quite different to where we were before. Just going to see if I can slip down this laneway. Behind a school. Wouldn't want to do this in the dark, that's for sure. So we've come onto Hoddle Street, and you may have heard about Hoddle Street. It's a very, very busy road. But there was also a few things that's happened over the history. Bombings, Hoddle Street murders, I think there was. Don't quote me 100% on that, but I know Hoddle Street's been in the news quite a lot. So we're now making our way back into the city. So I've just turned off Hoddle Street. And I think I've got to turn down Rockaby Street. And I think we're going to start checking out some more laneways. That's cool. The Vine Hotel. I have no idea where I am. Smells amazing. What a cool outfit. I want to show you these townhouses. They're really cool. I'm going to go down Mahoney Street, which is just behind them. Look at these old workers' cottages. Aren't they cool? So we're just making our way towards the city once again. And in fact, if you see the golden dome across there, that is 888. That represents the 8 hours of the day. And just on the other side of that 8-hour monument, you got the old Melbourne jail. Here we are in Chinatown. How cool is that? Oh, it smells amazing too. Smells so good. It smells so good. Okay, about to go down Caledonian Lane. The reason why I went down Caledonian Lane is you've got some murals. I try and get down Drury Lane. Artwork. Some more artwork. this is the reason why I came down Drury Lane. Some angel artwork. How cool is that? There we go. Nice little hidden gem. Want to see a hook turn in action? So you get in the left lane to turn right. Yeah, you heard that. Get in the left lane, pull up in the middle, and then go right. But we're actually going left. So we'll get a chance to do a hook turn shortly. For all you criminals out there, I'm pretty sure you guys will recognise that building across the road. Victorian Courts. The men's gallery. So the reason why I brought you down to the end of Lonsdale Street is there's a mural on the wall here. It's called the elderly couple. And there it is on the wall, but we'll pull up and have a closer look at it shortly. So there it is, the elderly couple. I love the guy's name tag. Smug. So there you go, the elderly couple. The name Smug. Going down Lang's Lane. Gonna be a tight squeeze. Very tight squeeze. Bloody hell. So let's do a hook turn. So you pull into the middle. And you wait for the light to go red. And then you go for it. I may have balls that up. Oh well. So I've now gone up towards the Parliament side of the city. So the Parliament House is actually straight ahead. And we've got all the theatres just down to the left on Exhibition Street. Look at this stretch. A stretched Jeep. That is long. That is one long Jeep. Alright, here we go. Another hook turn. So we pull into the middle. Just feels so weird doing this. Alright, then we wait for the light to go red. And we go. Now you know why so many bloody people have accidents. It's ridiculous. Alright, down Duckboard Place. Here we are, back into the artwork. Now apparently there was some really good clubs here back in the day. Nice turn right. That's pretty cool, look at that. Look at the artwork. And also, just to show you, we are now in AC/DC lane. Look at that. AC/DC lane, that's so cool. There we go, AC/DC lane, look at that. Beautiful artwork. So we're in front of the ABC building, which is next to Fed Square. And over to my left is the MCG, where the grand final is currently being played. So let's see if they've got it set up here on the big screen at Fed Square. Oh yeah, on the right is Hosier Lane, very popular for graffiti artists. I was going to go through there, but as you can see, too busy. There's Flinders Station. And we have made it back to Albert Park. So we've now done a full lap. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. It was very fun to make. So it took about 2.5 hours to get through the city and to explore all the little laneways through the northern suburbs, through the CBD, and we finished back in Albert Park. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.